On last week's episode, we found a little donativo in Montana, tried some delicious pastries in Sarria, passed the official 100 kilometers on the way to Porto Marin, and encountered some unexpected festivities in Palas de Rey. Welcome to episode 12 of My Camino Diaries. Good morning, it is Thursday, June 13th, 2024. We just left Palas de Rey and nice and chilly out this morning. A little bit earlier than our usual time, a little bit after 6 a.m. because today is a long day. We are heading to Arzúa. So from here to there, it's roughly about 29 kilometers, which should be about 18 to 19 miles. So I opted to send my giant backpack over to lighten the load a little bit for me. Also to help my ankle not put too much pressure on it today, or my foot in general, my left foot. Because yesterday I did kind of twist it a little bit, so I want to be able to walk all day today as much as possible. So yeah, that's it. Oh, I did sleep all right last night. Quite a bit of snoring, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's what it is. And now we're on the road. It was a quiet morning, but not too many people out yet, except for a few four-legged friends. I quite like it that way. It just got really foggy all of a sudden, and visibility is kind of low, similar to when we were going to Linares. Yeah, you can only see like a few meters in front of you. Now it is said that after Sarria, you'd have to expect some crowds. But in this case, I didn't see too many of that. Maybe it's the time of year, the time of day. But really, for most of it, it was just Sebastian and I walking. We'd see familiar faces every now and then, faces that we've been walking with for the past 30 plus days. On a rare occasion, some new faces as well. Just had our first pit stop of the day, maybe the only pit stop, who knows. Hello, cafe con leche, a grande cafe con leche, according to the abuela running the counter. And visited the church here, which is a very simple church, which is nice. And now we're on our way. We're actually about 8-9 kilometers in already, so yeah, we're making good time. Nice flat surfaces through most of the morning. Fortunately, we are on rock at the moment, but it is what it is. And you know, we've been dealing with rocks for 31 days now, so we should be used to this, but we're not. We made our way through the city of Melide, where they said that they have some of the best pulpo in town. That's octopus, if you're not familiar with it. We did have a little sampling from one of the local stores, but unfortunately it was a little bit too early for a full platter for me, so we just opted for samplings instead. It was a bit odd not having my big backpack with me. Although grateful for having transferred it for the day, it gave my ankle a bit of rest from having to bear the extra weight. At one point, we did have someone's fur baby along for the walk for quite some time. It was good to have that extra companion with us. He was a very good boy. Pit stop number 2. It was kind of a good thing too, because we're at 20 kilometers, a little over 20 kilometers at this point, so we have 8-9 left, so it was a good break. And now on to Arzúa. Just had a big uphill climb. Whew. The Camino saying, "Here, let me help you work off those sandwiches you just ate." Thanks. Thanks. Much appreciated. With the clouds approaching overhead, the humidity began to creep up just a bit. Although it was a really nice exchange from the heat. We arrived to our albergue and were greeted by Santiago, the albergue pup. Made it to our albergue. Kind of a nice space we have here. Kind of like not the same design bunks that I'm used to for the last 30 days. I quite like it. I actually have more room and I don't have to worry about someone jiggling the frame and waking me up. But second to the last night before Santiago, and yeah, kind of sinking in now, sort of. Bit of rain. Grocery store time. The rain once again had shown its lovely face, so we made a quick grocery run and headed back and had our little happy hour back at the albergue
with some Cheetos and sangria. At dinner with Keld and Sebastian, I opted for the fideuà once again. I should probably try making this once I get back to the US.
Alright, just got out from dinner. Pretty good. Got the fideuà paella thing. Kind of very tasty. Gonna, prepare for tomorrow's walk. Trying not to think that tomorrow is gonna be the second to the last day before we complete this journey.
A storm rolled in soon after, which is perfect timing once we got back to our albergue. Surprisingly, the sound of the rain helped me get to sleep, which is perfect because I will need that energy for tomorrow's walk.
Good morning. It is Friday, June 14th, and we just left our albergue, which is close to the beginning of town. So we're just walking across right now. Today we're heading to O Pedrouzo, which is about 23 kilometers, 14 miles, the usual. And yeah, I had a pretty good night's sleep last night. The beds are pretty comfortable, but also the bunks, weren't squeaky with metal frames. But overall, not too bad. It is kind of drizzly this morning. We left a little bit before 6:30. These types of conditions for most of the day, on and off, probably drizzle, and then of course the clouds. So fortunately no sunrise today. It is what it is. But today actually marks the 1 month that a lot of us decided to take our first steps on this Camino. And here we are, just one day left on the journey. Yeah, it's amazing feeling. It's a sad feeling. It's mixed feelings all around, but again, it won't really fully hit me until we reach likely Santiago. So yeah, but for now, to O Pedrouzo we go, one step forward.
You may have noticed that we took a wrong turn somewhere in the beginning and, of course, corrected it as soon as we noticed. Human error on my part. Although, it's the first time we've actually took a wrong turn on this Camino. Or maybe it's my consciousness telling me not to end this journey just yet. Our walk this morning consisted mostly of some light rain. It somewhat dampers the mood. But of course, the one thing to make it all better is a nice hot cafe con leche, with some chocolate cake in this case. Best chocolate cake so far on this trip. Probably the only chocolate cake I've really had, but turns out to be one of the better ones. Okie doke. Just had our first pit stop of the morning.
Cold, rainy, still a bit misty, but the chocolate cake made up for it. Just saying. Just saying the chocolate cake was worth it. It's a nice little spot here. It feels very welcoming, especially on a day like today. Ooh. Anyways, off we go. We've done about 6, I think, at the moment. So 18 left.
As we continued on walking, we see some new faces along the route. And with a few more hills to climb up and down.
Sun's coming out just a little bit. Right on time too, because we're pretty close to O Pedrouzo, and feels nice. It did rain a little bit back there, a couple towels back, but not too much. So light rain, light drizzle. It'd be nice to find our albergue, but I think we're less than 1.5 kilometers left. So here we go.
We make it to O Pedrouzo, our final stop before Santiago.
Alright, we made it to O Pedrouzo. Sun has actually come out, but it'll probably go away again. It's nice. And we are just trying to find our albergue. It'll be nice to settle in. Sebastian and I got here in good timing. It's just about noon, 12 o'clock, 1200 hours. And this will give us the rest of the afternoon to relax and just settle and wait for the others to arrive, but also enjoy this last afternoon of, I guess, walking, because tomorrow is the big day.
Made it to my final albergue on this Camino, here in O Pedrouzo. Nice little spread here. Sebastian's in the top bunk, I got the bottom bunk. But yeah, it's about maybe a little past 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm gonna probably eat the other half of my sandwich and just relax for the rest of the evening. The last bunk bed. Don't mind the mess right now. It's an organized mess, but here it is. And luckily we have a window view for the street. As luck would have it, most of the Camino family will be staying at the same albergue as us.
Final grocery run with these two. Final grocery run of this Camino. Couple snacks for later, and then tomorrow with Sarah and Sebastian. And then we're just trying to figure out for dinner later. So a little bittersweet ending to this. So yeah,
Continuation.
yeah, there's a continuation. So don't worry. Grocery shopping with Sarah and Hannah. We're cooking tonight for final family dinner.
Sarah, Hannah, and I were tasked with the main dishes of dinner, while some of the Camino families helped with the smaller items. For my dish, I opted to cook my famous garlic fried rice. For me, this was one of the best meals on the Camino, not just in food, but also in sharing it with some amazing people. My Camino family. I didn't stay out too long after dinner, while some continued with their night. The sun was beginning to set, as they called it a night, because tomorrow is a big day.
Something's gotta give. Today is a good day.
On next week's episode, we cross the final 10 kilometers of the journey, make a quick pit stop to visit some pilgrims, as we reach our final destination, Santiago de Compostela. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.
Today is a good